Alright, alright. What is up? This sounds good. Hope that's not too loud. If that's too loud. Oh, what's up? What's up? Okay, today, what am I gonna do? It's gonna be an. Oh god, oh fuck, the string is stuck on the thing. Oh, that's not good. It can't be good. Right? Oh god, I hope that's okay. We're gonna practice the A&D chords more. Dun dun. And then hopefully get to 30 chord changes in a minute, like Justin wants us to. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But right now I'm gonna retune my guitar because it got kind of fucked up. Check out, I'm a pro with this shit now. The Kobe Bryant of guitar. Kobe Bryant's guitar. And 88. Dynamite. Move down a little bit. Hold on. Okay. Good. So yeah, another shit sounding day. All we're gonna practice the A and D chords, maybe. And we might move on to the next lesson. I don't know. Like Justin's next video. Should I write like on the text practicing A and D? But I'm gonna do that. I think that'd be cool. Let's see how I can get this done. I don't, maybe I'll have this on here for today. Maybe I'll have it on here for today. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about that. We'll leave it on there for now. I just have a placeholder guitar GIF. I literally googled guitar GIFs onto just to have something to look at. But I don't know. I feel like having like songs or something would be too distracting. Well, I'm almost ready. Let me just refresh that page. I'm honestly surprised I've been keeping up for so long. Day 4, baby. Let's see. Yo. Now let's try the A chord. Oh, first try. Okay, let's shake it off, try it again. Yeah. Shake it off, try it again. Let's try to do 10 of those in a row. Maybe. Oof. Okay, we failed on the first one. Let's try again. Okay, that's one. That's what I really want to practice, being able to get on it right away. There's one. Okay, I fucked up again. I don't know what's going on with my fucking ring finger. Here we go. Do it again. There's 2. That's 3. It's 4. That's 5. Oh, I felt it on my ring finger, but it didn't really affect the noise. So that's 6. And 7. Okay, I just kind of feel like restarting. That's 8, but it hit my ring finger there at the beginning. Cheater. We do a bit of cheating. That's 9. And that's 10. Now let me really just like train my hand to get in this position. The only problem I think I have now is that I kind of push too hard. But I won't worry about that yet, because I don't know, that's the only way I can do it. Oh shit, my tuner's been on this whole time, that's funny. Actually, when I do the note, does the tuner say it's D? That'd be crazy. I don't know if that's how that works. It doesn't. Maybe it's supposed to. And my guitar's just whacked. I don't know. Alright, let's try the... Wait, let's just try again just for funsies. Let's try the A chord now. At first, like day 2, day 1, I was like, man, this A chord's gonna be hard, but it actually ended up being easier than the D chord for whatever reason. My fingers do get like, I feel like they would get sore if I did that for a long time, you know. There's 1, by the way. There's 2. Gotta remember to keep that index off. That's 3. That's 4. A chord. That's 5. Count that at 6. My index finger sort of touched over here for a second, but it'll be fine. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. 9. 10. Alright, I did pretty good. Justin hasn't mentioned anything about doing it without looking, but I kind of want to practice doing it without looking, to be honest with you. So, but I feel like that's a little above my pay grade right now. Okay, we did pretty good. Now I'll try switching between them. That'll be hard because it takes me a little bit to get set up. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, that was whack. I'm doing good, doing good. Okay, let's try to just do this as much as possible, even without like doing it perfectly. I choke, man, when I do chord switching. I choke. Oof, that one sounded bad. Let's go. I'm doing pretty good on that. choke one. We give ourselves that. Was that? Maybe I can find that song actually. That one that Justin said. Oh. Let's see. What is it called? Fuck, I forget. It's by the Mavericks, but I can't remember what it was called.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I'm going to share...
Against the night. See if I can find it on here. Difficulty level, beginning grade 1. Oh, there's a bunch. Okay, isn't that in here? Oh, there it is. Play along with my app. You know, will this give me like copyright? Some, I don't know. Playing tips. I don't need tips, bitch. Alright, flexing on me, cool. At the start, you're playing one bar for each chord, 2. And strumming down, start with 1 strum per bar, then move up to 4x4 strumming pattern. Count as loud as you strum. Okay, let's just watch this little video. Oh fuck. Sorry, Justin. He's gonna sing for us. The goat. That's why he's the goat, man.
Here comes my happiness again. Right back to where it should have been.
Yeah, that's why he's a guitar teacher.
'Cause now she's gone and
Okay, whatever.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Dance the Night Away by the Mavericks, which is a fantastic song for beginners. It's only got 2 chords, and they're 2 of the first chords I teach in my beginner's course. How appropriate. So the 2 chords that we need for this song are D chord and A chord. And if you're not sure about how to play those chords, you want to go and check out the lessons on my beginner's course. It's a bit more about playing the song than how to play the chords. But there's really comprehensive lessons there, all free on the site. Go and check it out. And I definitely recommend as well doing some 1-minute changes exercises where you're changing between the D and the A. Because before you can play songs, you really need to have your kind of chord changes fast enough not to have to stop between strums. Okay? So whenever you learn a song as a beginner, what I recommend you start off with is just doing simple 4 down strums to the bar. So strumming a down on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And really what you're aiming for is to not have to pause the strumming between the chords, okay? So what you're looking for is to be able to do the D chord, 4 down strums, and then change to the A, but without any stop in between, right? You want that strumming hand to be remaining really consistent all the time. Okay? What you don't want to do, and what's really, really common if this is you, don't worry about it, because most beginner guitar players start like this, where you stop and then you have to move the fingers around and then start again. So what you're really aiming for when you're learning these tunes, these early songs, is being able to remove that pause. Okay? Even if the chords get a little bit sloppy, you want to try and push through it and just be able to get there. So if I keep the rhythm going, and the chord doesn't quite go right, but we're still there, okay? And then we go to the back to the D. That's what you want to do, is trying to keep that strumming hand being really consistent, because it's such a big deal. Having the rhythm consistent is the biggest thing. It's the biggest hurdle, and it's the most important thing to learn as a beginner guitar player. If the chords go a little bit wonky, a lot of people won't notice. The rhythm goes wrong, people notice straight away. Okay, so once you know your D chord and your A chord, the next step is to do exactly what I was doing there, because this song is just a bar of D and a bar of A, bar of D.
Okay. Here, hold on, I want to practice actually. Wow. Okay, it's a little quick. want to turn up the gain, but then it gets too fucking loud, man. I don't know if that's better or worse, dude. Oh shit! Okay, restart. I get the first change. I can't go back. I'm gonna close it though. Yeah, I held that for a little bit. Let's go. Okay, let's try again. Oops. God, I like how that sounds so much better. I've been playing these 4 fucking days. These whole 4 days with it sounding all shitty. Okay. I feel like I went too fast. Hold on, we get there. Recover. You're all good. I hope that's not too loud. I feel like it's gonna be too loud. I don't know what this knob does, to be honest with you. This is just a fun knob. This other one makes it louder though. Feels like it increases the gain too, to be honest. Hope that sounds loud. I'll listen to it back. Okay, that's not bad. Not a bad volume, right? I hope. Let's try that again. It's not so bad. Oh, it's because the index finger is so far back. It's not so bad. I can't get the fingers to land on the right chords, but I mean, hey, it's pretty good for day 4. Okay, let's just try some without the song, just some chord changes real quick. Dude, okay, I know I usually take this test at the end, but I think I could get this right now. 60-second timer. I think we can do this right now. Let's see. Do good. Chill. Okay. We start on D. I'm gonna count out loud. 1. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm choking. 11. Wait, no, I fucked up. Hold on. I've been counting both. I'm just supposed to count one. Hold on, go back. Okay. Okay, I'm choking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9. Oof. 10. I'll count it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. They're just, oh god, that was fucking ugly by the end. Yo, try again. But that was fucking, oops, go back. Okay, we can do that again. We can do that better. Let's try again, but this time not bad. It just gets lost. My fingers get lost. Alright. Fuck, I literally forgot to start. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I got ugly again, but 26. This is literally day 4, just like it says right here, I think. To answer your question, yeah, it's day 4, literally day 4. I tried learning once before, and then I quit, and now I'm back to try to learn it. That's why I'm streaming it. No, you're all good. Yeah, I'm streaming just to hold myself accountable to actually do it. Right now I'm practicing chord changes. My boy Justin Guitar said to get 30. Yesterday I had 21. I think I just got 24, which is crazy. So 30 is to move on. 30 is what I want to do to move on to his next lesson. But they get sloppy towards the end. You know, just do them without the time for now. I get stressed out. You added your timer, it scares me. Oof. Okay. Let me keep watching that one video. I'll learn how to do a little song real quick. What's up, Justin? What you got for me?
All of the way through the whole tune. So what I'd recommend is you just start with your trying to get the D to the A, just all down strums like that. And then if you can, have a go at playing along with the record. Okay, now I should point out as well, to play along with the recording, the original recording, you need to put a capo or capo on at the 2nd fret. Okay, suits my voice a little bit better to not have a capo, and it's easier for you guys to understand as well. But if you want to play along with the record, you just put a capo on the 2nd fret, and then you move all of the chords up 2 frets as well. It's, you know, there's lessons on using a capo as well as part of the beginner's course.
Did you learn from Justin too?
That you get into doing, because it's fun. You get to play along with the original recording, and that's part of the reason why I teach these nice songs, beginner songs, you know, that you can play along with, because it's great to just get into it, you know. But as well, this kind of tune, because it's so simple, is a nice one to have a go at singing yourself as well. So if you're going to do that, the very intro is just going to change between the D and the A chord. I think it's a 4-bar progression.
It's going to sound a little different because I'm an electric guitar, but it's okay. I'm gonna turn down the gain a little bit. It's so loud. Jesus. I switch, I've noticed my index finger hasn't been moving very much, so I need to move that up and back and move forward. Okay. Get better at it. I get you. I hear that's what you should do is like once you learn a few chords and stuff, most people just learn through playing songs after that, like just to reinforce the skills, I guess, and then learn new chords as you go. But yeah, I'm starting with Justin until I get, I don't know, bored of him, or maybe he just start practicing songs. That's what I want to do, is just practice songs, because that's the point of learning guitar. But yeah, I'm kind of booty right now. Look. Yeah, practice my A chord a little bit. I'm trying to, by the end of today, get to 30 chord changes in a minute so I can move on to his next lesson. So that's what I'll practice for now. I don't know. Every time I play the song, it sounds so ugly. It makes me feel it, but I know that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you're supposed to sound, I think. Okay. I'm trying to do it without moving my head so much, because I have to like fucking go back and forth. Okay. Okay, that one. I'm already gonna have it. Justin was also pushing his app. I don't know, he has like new lessons where he's like, yeah, I have an app now. And yeah, I'm not sure yet if I want to drop money into stuff. Maybe I will later. But yeah, he was pushing an app that sounds a lot similar to that one. He's like, you can slow down your songs on my app. Yeah, I'll pick it up if it's helpful. Okay, so I'm kind of proud of not fucking them up as much now. I kind of get where I'm supposed to put my ring finger. Now it's just switching between them and playing the right strings. Ugh, so hard to switch that fast. the rest of this video just is him playing it? Yeah, strumming. Yeah, what's that?
It's a great one for trying out different strumming patterns. Don't feel like you have to do the one that I'm going to show you, or that one, whatever. You know, just try some different strumming patterns. Particularly if you've got a jam buddy, if you've got somebody that you can play guitar at the same time, you get them playing one strumming pattern and you try a different one. Mixing it up a little bit. Now the one that the strumming pattern I play most clearly on the record, because there's a few different layers, is playing even eighth notes. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I should point out as well, this isn't something really for a stage 1 beginner. Right? So if you're really new to guitar, you just started off in the course, just be happy.
Built different, Justin. I'm slipping, I'm choking. Oh, shouts outs. Thanks for following me, dude. I'll be live probably every day. Justin, according to Justin, you're only supposed to do 20 minutes a day for 4 days, but I don't know. I haven't got tired of it yet, so around every day around this time I'll be on. Thanks for following me. Here we go. This one's for you. Yeah, I'm still choking on these. That was so good like 10 minutes ago. My goal for the day, I'll probably, for another 30 minutes to 45, I want to be able to get those 30, I'm putting up that timer again, let's just try it again. I want to get those 30 chord changes in 60 seconds. Let's see if I can. I'll practice it one more time before the end. Hold on. No, run it back. Mulligan. Hold on, I wasn't ready. My controller's not plugged in. 2. Oof. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well, I got 22. They were kind of rough there in the middle, but that's one more than yesterday. I think I get, if I practice really hard, 30 by today. No, don't autoplay my lunch break timer. What the hell? Okay, let's go back to the lessons we were on. Do this. I just like having Justin on screen.
How you doing, Justin here? And
he's reassured. I think I've practiced the individual chords enough. I can pretty much get them. It's just this one. Let me do the thing where you just train my fingers, I guess. against the string. I feel like there's too much gain on this. Hold on. Distort it less for now, just so it'll be a little quieter. There we go. Okay. Fat finger stepping all over the E chord. Let's do that again. Okay, they're just playing slow motion. Streak on. Really messed up the chord on that one. Hey, what's up, Kenito? How you doing? Playing the A major with just your index. I see you're flying, Justin. It may help. Is that I think he showed it like that too. I just ignored it for some reason. I think. Is that where you like put your fingers in?
How you doing, Justin? Back with you to learn another chord. This time we're going to check out how to play third string.
I think there was a way to show it, yeah.
And it's not a
yeah, like this, or are you talking about something else? It's just a switching I have trouble with anyway. Okay, let's try this. Like I can switch pretty good outside of anything. There's no pressure, but if it's like in a song where I'm timing it, it's like all of a sudden I choke. Like that, or you kind of bar your index across the strings. Oh, I kind of get you now. Like literally just, what strings do you play? These three right here. Wouldn't that cover the E string though? Oh, I get you though, just playing with one finger. Yeah, it's just, you know what it is? You know the reason I started playing it the, I guess, quote unquote harder way is because he's like, this is the proper way to play it. So now I wanted to do the proper, oh, okay, I get you. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I want to be a proper boy. And so I just started learning it like that. Let me see if I can get it. I get what you mean. You gotta group all the strings under there and then jump over the E. It's kind of tough, no? Oh no, there you go, kind of diagonally like this. I feel like I don't want to confuse my brain too much. with the way I'm doing it. Maybe that is part of the trouble, is that I have to bunch all my fingers like this to be able to switch. I don't know, but I think, let me see if he says it here. He's like, the proper way to play like this. And so I was like, I want to be the proper boy.
Really hard, and that will make your finger hurt. So the fingering that I teach, it's got some other advantages as well, but you can see straight away now that these two fingers, fingers 2 and fingers 3, are right up next to the fret, and first finger sneaks in between them and is in fact a lot closer to the fret than any of the fingers were, or than even the middle finger was here in the traditional fingering. So I think it's also much better because, like, changing to the D chord, look, first finger can stay in the same.
It's literally just, I guess he didn't even say that. It's just the way he teaches it. And I was just like, I want to be Justin. I want to be like you, Dad. But I mean, I'm already used to it at this point. Unless it would make the switching easier. How does he do it? How's the other way? The A would be up here. You have to push kind of hard. I get what he means. Does that sound better? Am I high? Or does that sound better than how I was doing it? I guess, I don't know. It might be, I think I'm just imagining things. Okay, good. I was reading the first half of that message and I was like, we were like, I won't confuse you with that. That's cool. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've already learned it, but I'm just like, hey, I'll just do this. Maybe it is a little hard to play. Okay, let me go back to practicing the switch. All I need to do is work on speeding up the switching. Obviously the accuracy once I switch, but kind of like my Bible now is whatever Justin says in his videos, and I think the last one, he's like, you don't even gotta get 30 perfect ones, just as long as you can change them. So I'm like kind of following him. Here, let's try this. Maybe I should have bad run. I don't know. I really just want to get to 30. I think I can do it. I think I can do it, to be honest. Yeah, it's just a little slower to bunch all my fingers up like that. It was my first day, or I think it was the second day I started learning it. Day 2, I was like, I could not get it right. But now I'm getting used to it, and I've kind of already learned it. Let's try this again. Let's go. What did I get last time? 22. Let's go for more than 22. I think I can do it. I just gotta go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oof, that was bad, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, about 24, 25. That good? I don't know. I felt fast. It sounded, especially the D chord sounded kind of shitty, but I got 25. I think, I mean, that's enough. I feel like that I should move on to the next one, especially because when I'm only at 46 today, I feel like learning some new stuff. Oh wait, I might try to play along to that song for a second. I think I remember. Fuck, where is it? Already exited out of it. Yeah, I'll try playing along to that song. How was it? I'll just try doing one per bar. Oof. Okay, now my middle finger's fucking up. Hold on. Pretend that didn't happen. You're sliding your fret, bro. You can probably get it more accurate than me though. You heard mine. Mine was like fucking all scratchy and stuff. Yeah, it's let me find that video again. I think it was. Oh, here it is.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I'm going to share with you a song that I normally encourage people to get into is this song Dance the Night Away by for bar 3, 4, D chord 2.
Oh, this is the wrong video. Never mind. But it's alright. Yeah, I think I'll just practice a little more. Then I'll move on to the next lesson today just because I feel like it. Let's see what else. We'll see what he teaches next. I want to. Hard. I have to swivel my head. If I don't keep an eye on my fingers, I can't get them accurate. Ooh. God, I wish I had a stool. Notice that switching back, I don't twist my finger if I need, or my hand. I need to twist my hand. Remember that. Oh, I got 2 in a row, baby. Okay, I just feel like moving on to the next lesson, so we'll do that. Got some time. How do we do this? Do we go over here? Is there like the next module button? Oh yeah, look at this. Here we go. Whoa, learn your first guitar riff plus more smiley face. Whoa, the E chord? No way.
Hey, how you doing? Justin continuing the lesson on with a look at the E chord. Now, a lot of people find the E chord a little easier than A and D, and the reason I pop it into lesson 2 is because if you've done your homework and you've practiced your A and D and you've got those changes up, when we add in the E it feels a little bit easier, and the repertoire choices that we've got with those 3 chords becomes huge all of a sudden, so it's a lot of fun. So this is what an E chord looks like. It's actually a pretty...
Oh fuck. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, so that's on the 3rd one. And middle, up here. Okay. Yeah, that is kind of easy, right? Am I the wrong way? No, I'm on the wrong way. And he skips a string. Oh god. You said it was easier.
Pretty cool one because we don't have to worry about not strumming any strings. We're going to strum all 6 strings for this chord. Now, as usual, we're going to start with the first finger. First finger's going to go down right next to the fret in the 1st fret on the 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3
yes,
in the 1st fret.
Sir, yes, sir.
Then we're going to put second finger down, right up next to the fret again, but like not right on it for reasons you're going to see in a second, but a tiny little bit back, and that's the second fret of the fifth string, the second thicker string. And then third finger is going to go down right next to the fret there on the fourth string. So the second and third fingers are in the same fret. That's why I said to you, if you put your second finger down there right next to the fret, you're trying to get that third finger in is going to be pretty difficult. So second finger will sit a little bit back from the fret, third finger will be right next to the fret. So first and third fingers right next to the fret, second finger will go just a little bit further back. Now the key thing here, again, when you're learning your new chords, is the strum, pick out, strum. So we start off by giving it a strum, then we pick out the notes one at a time, and then we strum it again. Now, when I was learning this stuff, I found it really difficult to use a pick for picking the notes out one at a time, so don't be upset if you're going to use your thumb and just go through and pick out the notes like that. That's totally cool as well. Like I said, you do the best you can here. You try and push yourself a little bit, that's okay, but don't feel upset if you find using the pick really difficult, because I certainly did when I was learning this stuff. Now, couple of things about the hand position and the things you've got to be aware of. Now, I've got the thumb there hooking over the top, and that's kind of a normal thing for me when I play naturally these days after having played for 30 years. At this point, you want to be keeping the thumb around the back of the neck, and that's really important. The reason is that we want to build up this muscle here between the first finger and the thumb.
I was about to say, that exact muscle is what I feel right now.
When we're going to play like whole shapes, we've got to press all the strings down at once. So we really want to get that muscle nice and strong. So it's much better in the early stages to be playing with the thumb around the back of the neck. Now, exactly where it goes will depend on your anatomy, because everyone's got a different shaped thumb and it sits in a different place. So it should generally be speaking behind the fingers in the top half of the neck of the guitar, okay, roughly. It's not exact, so because like I said, everyone's slightly different. For some people the thumb kind of points a little bit more toward the headstock, for some people it points a little bit toward your face, other people it's straight up. You've got to find the place where it feels comfortable for you, where you feel like you can get good pressure on the fingers. Okay, so don't be stressed about like, where's my thumb going? It's going to be different for everyone. Just don't worry about it. Okay, so it's a really important part of the piece of the puzzle that you need to figure out kind of on your own, really. So first thing, the thicker string, when you play that one, if it's dead like this, it's the second finger's up too far and is touching that string. So just bring it back down so you've got that open string ringing nice and clear. When we're testing the fifth string, if that one's feeling a bit dead, it's probably you're not pressing enough, because there's not much else that can go too wrong with that one. If you're really far back, you probably get this sort of sound. So you want to bring it up as far forward as you can, and then just don't press too hard. Okay, we're not into pressing really hard all the time. We want to press as lightly as we can while still getting a good note. Okay, they're still getting a good note as lightly as you can. Really, really important.
I'm pushing so hard right now.
The note on your third finger on the fourth string, probably not going to have too many problems with that one. As long as you've positioned it right next to the fret, you'll be fine. If you've gone over, you get this sort of slightly dead sound. So just behind the fret is where you want it. Now, the third string, this is the most common problem note for beginners, and it's usually the third finger leans over too far. So just like underneath here, underneath that third finger is just going to be touching that string underneath. So you really got to just make sure that you get your third finger nicely on the tip. Okay, don't let it be flat like this. It wants to be right on the tip of that third finger. As long as you've done that, you should find that note's okay, because the first finger note, there's not too many other obstructions other than that third finger ringing down. When we go to test the second...
I'm not having too many problems with this one, for some reason. I learned the A and the D chord, my fingers were squishing all over the place. Just my hand gets sore at this position. It's like an awkward... I am pushing a little more. I can't help it.
Second string, if that's not ringing out, it's almost certainly going to be first finger. So the first finger's laying a little bit too flat again. You just want to get it right up on the tip. And if the thinner string's ringing out, it's probably this part of your hand, the underneath of your second or first finger is going to be touching there. So you just need to bring this part, like kind of your knuckles forward a little bit. Generally, you want to have a little bit of space in it. Not like, can't quite get my finger right the way through there. It's just a little space, but basically this part of your hand shouldn't be touching on the fretboard. It should just be a little gap. Not like right on it, not like right far away. You're just trying to, millimeters, It doesn't have to be touched, just so it's not touching. You're practicing your chord now for your chord practice. You're going to strum. Pick the notes out one at a time.
I haven't learned the F yet.
And
so
strum
we'll
again.
see when I get to that.
For most people, when they start, it'll probably sound like this. And then you have to go through and third finger up and first finger up.
Yeah.
And then when you've got that sounding good, then you give it a strum again and you tell yourself, this is how I want you to go, fingers. Remember this position. It's a really important part of the journey, is that final strum and just telling yourself, this is how I want you to go, fingers, and try to memorize.
Cool. Here's a little sound of how it's supposed to sound. That's dope. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh wait, I didn't mark this complete. I need them all green. Go back, put them green. What's this one real quick?
Justin here, back to talk about anchor fingers with your E chord and the A and the D that you've learned already. So starting off on our E chord, if we're going to an A chord, we're going to leave first finger down because first finger's still our anchor, and we're going to slide it up halfway to in the second fret, and then put down fingers 2 and 3 for our A chord.
Go down to D.
To go back to E, second and third fingers off, slide it back, drop it back down again.
Thanks
so
for
that's
following,
the first thing
Kitty
you really
Toe,
want to
dude.
practice.
I don't know.
Sliding that first finger up, put the fingers
now
down.
I'm worried about F major.
And
or
then
F.
lift them off back to the E chord. Okay, so E to
Yo,
A, really nice change. It just involves a 1 fret slide there with the first finger.
Look at that.
When we go to the D chord, it's the same kind of idea. First finger's going to slide up. This time it's going to slide right up to the second fret. Second and third fingers go down for the D chord. So second and third fingers off, slide it back to the first fret. Second and third fingers go down.
It's funny how his guitar is an acoustic guitar, so it sounds all like
put the fingers down
Indian magical.
and off. And it's a really, you're going to want to do a little bit of practice on this before you get stuck into your 1 minute changes, just to get used to the feeling of sliding that first finger back to the first fret and forward again. Just the same with the D chord, we just had to, the A to D change, we only had to move that first finger a little bit within the second fret. Now we've got to slide it way back, right into the first fret, and then put those fingers down. Now, depending on where you're at with your chord changes, you might find that you're putting the fingers down in order, and that's okay. Okay, the best, if you're not putting them down all at once, you want to put them down in finger order. So first finger's there, second finger, third finger. Go to the A, lift them off, first finger slides forward, second finger, third finger down. Back to the E, off, slide it back, second finger, third finger. To the D chord, take them off, first finger, second finger, third finger. Okay, long term, they'll go together. So when you're changing between your chords, the other fingers, or in fact all the fingers, will eventually go down at the same time. But at the beginner stages, you want to be thinking always in terms of fingers 1, 2, and 3. So there's a pattern, so there's a method, there's something to follow, and you're confident you know which ones you're going to do when.
Bet. Hey, that's dope. Tapping your foot. I'll watch this because it doesn't seem like it's all just stuff I should know before I practice more. But I do before the end of today want to practice chords changing whatever again more.
How you doing, Justin? Back with you today. We're going to talk about how to tap your foot. Yep, you heard right. We're going to learn about how to tap your foot and why, actually, and we're going to start with that. So I'm sure you've seen people tapping their foot along as they're playing guitar, and you might have wondered why they're doing it. It's giving yourself an external pulse, something to help you keep time. The only thing in our body that gives us a regular time is our heartbeat. We don't really want to follow that because that should be a relatively consistent beat, and we might be playing faster or slower or whatever. So we need this external thing to help us keep in the groove. Okay, we're going to learn about playing with the metronome, which is that little tick-tock thing a little bit later on. But the first step really is to learn about tapping your foot. And you would normally tap your foot on the beat. Now, in most music, most of the time, you're going to have 4 beats to the bar. So 4 pulses. These count 1, 2, 3, 4. And you would normally tap your beat just on the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Not the rhythm of the song. If the rhythm's going ding, 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 whatever, you would still just be keeping your foot playing on the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. So what I want you to do this week is start to get in the habit of tapping your foot along to the music whenever it's on. Give yourself some time to do it. Go and listen to some music where you can feel the beat and start to practice tapping your foot along. Ideally, you want your foot to tap along subconsciously. So it becomes this little automatic part of your brain. So as soon as there's music going on, your foot just starts tapping in time with the music. Let's talk about how we tap our foot now. Assuming you're a right-handed guitar player, you want to tap your left foot, not your right foot. If you tap your right foot, your guitar's going to jump up and down.
This is the worst.
It's going to make changing chords.
These past 4 days, I mean, it's only been 4 days. These past 4 days, I've been just violently wiggling my leg. I'm going to have to get out of the
strumming and picking out notes really difficult. Okay, so if you're going to tap your foot, make sure it's not if you're going to tap your foot. You are going to tap your foot. If you're right-handed, you're going to tap your left foot. And if you're left-handed, you're going to tap your right foot.
Justin, sir.
Get into the right habit from the beginning. So here's my left foot. Now the question is, where do I tap and how do I tap? So most people, I guess, instinctively would assume that you tap your toes. And there's nothing really wrong with that, to be honest. I don't think it's the best thing, because if you're tapping like that for 5 minutes, you'll find that the muscles in the front of your shin will kind of get pretty sore. Probably after a few weeks of practicing, it won't matter so much and you'll be used to it. But I think it's better to tap the heel, to go for a heel tap. That way you're kind of using your whole leg to feel that beat there. Definitely if I'm standing up, I find tapping my toe feels a bit weird. I'm much more inclined to tap my heel. I mean, actually, truth be told, if I'm standing up, I generally kind of step side to side, so I'm not really tapping my foot. But whether you use your toes or your heel doesn't matter too much. If you're new to it, like I said, I think my recommendation would be the heel. But if you want to use your toe, that's going to be fine. I guess you've got to try both of them, see what feels good. Some people like using other parts of their body. Like I said, I tend to step side to side if I'm standing up. I'm definitely tapping my foot if I'm sitting down. Other people I've known kind of use their neck like that. Kind of looks a bit weird, I think, but if that's what's working for you, that's okay, you know. But you got to be feeling it, you know, and feeling that pulse and getting used to feeling the music and feeling where the beat is a really important part of the beginner journey. It might not seem that important in the initial stages, but there's a lot more to it. You know, it's not just about the mechanics of tapping your foot, although that's important as well. It's learning to feel the pulse. So as you're kind of
feel yourself tapping your foot. In your heart.
Well, what I'd like you to do is to be tapping your foot every time there's music on, except when you're in the car, because that could get kind of dangerous, right? So maybe not in the car, but everywhere else where there's music on, just try and tap your foot along. Trying to listen to it, feel where the beat is, and then start tapping your foot. Okay, either your toes or your heels. If you're out in public and you maybe feel a bit self-conscious doing that, then maybe tap your toes inside your shoe. Okay, I'm going to make a big motion there of it so you can see my toe moving, but more likely it could just be, you know, just a little movement. It doesn't have to be a public display that you feel in the groove, okay? You just want something to develop the relationship between you and the music. Okay, for most beginners, the first couple of weeks is really a painful experience for the fingers. Then it moves into, oh, I can't change chords fast enough to play the songs. And after that comes, oh, my rhythm's not really working very well. I don't feel like I'm in time, or I'm struggling to keep the rhythm consistent. Developing the skill of tapping your foot and learning to communicate with the music some way physically will really help. And the best way to do it is just all the time try and
communicate with the music. That's the most informative
video
about tapping my foot I've ever seen.
Okay, really, it might seem a little bit far-fetched, but it'll make a much more difference.
They all feel like things I should know. I don't know. Now I know how to tap my foot thanks to Justin Guitar.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. In this lesson, we're going to talk about strumming mechanics for beginners. So exactly like how your arm should sit, the angle it should sit, where the motion comes from. Is it your wrist? Is it your arm? Crazy. All of that sort of stuff. I think having an understanding of that can really help a beginner on their journey. So it's slightly different for acoustic guitar and electric guitar, but I'm going to take you through both. Okay, so starting off with acoustic guitar, first thing you want to realize is that your arm's going to sit on the guitar, on the top of the guitar, so it's nice and relaxed. You shouldn't be kind of floating away from the instrument. That will cause you a lot of tension in the shoulder as possible. So your arm sits on the acoustic guitar in a nice, relaxed way. Find a little spot where it's kind of totally relaxed, sitting on the guitar. Now, it's important to realize that part of this placement is to hold your guitar sturdy Okay, you don't want to be
Oh, he's
holding the
30.
guitar up with your fretting hand at all. Okay, so it should sit the same when you're doing your chords as when you've taken that hand off altogether. So it's the shape of the guitar there, the way it sits on your leg, and the pressure from that arm that'll hold the guitar nice and firmly in place. Okay, so it's an important thing to realize first of all. Now, the actual motion when you're strumming as a beginner should be your forearm. Now, there are techniques later on where you use your wrist, where it becomes a lot more like flicking water off your hand, particularly if you're strumming real quick. But my recommendation for beginners is that you get into this idea of it being a forearm movement.
Okay, I got you.
So what we're looking for here really is from the elbow all of the way down.
This feels like it should have been
right
a lesson one, to be
is a
honest.
straight line. Okay, the pick is going to come out the side of the thumb. So the motion there with the hand stays more or less parallel to the guitar all the time. Okay, so just get used to that without stress. Another part of that is how hard you hold the pick and how you hold the pick. So if you're following my, my guidance here, the pick should come out the side of your thumb. Okay, now it wants to be a little bit of the pick should come out the side of your thumb.
Kind of.
Okay, now it wants to be at a little bit of an angle to the strings as well. If the pick is square onto the strings, it kind of jerks through a little bit. It'll keep getting caught.
Okay.
The worst is if it's angled like this and then you go for a down strum, it's just going to pull into the strings, okay? So it wants to be
like
kind of parallel first of all and then slightly pointing down, slightly away from you.
That's
going to be a really important little movement. Just a little bit, often just bending the knuckle of your thumb just a little bit can make a huge difference. And then you'll see now that it's the strings at an angle, and therefore it's not going to get caught. Okay, it's such a little subtle difference. Just the movement of that thumb from there to there means that instead of the being much twisty stuff going on here, there's coming from the forearm and trying to keep it relaxed.
The whole exercise.
Now what you're going to find is if you hold the pick too tight,
Jesus Christ,
it gets all jerky again. So you want the pick to be
the world's angriest guitar player.
Now what you're going to find is if you hold the pick too tight, it gets all jerky again. So you want the pick to be so loose, like unbelievably loose.
Yeah, bro,
especially for beginners, they worry about dropping the pick all the time. That's dead normal, and you probably will drop it sometimes. That's okay. But you want to feel.
I feel like I haven't had any.
So let me talk you through a little bit about the difference now with electric guitar, because
the difference?
The idea is the same, the concept's the same, the movements are the same, but you don't have this rest for your arm. So it's one of the reasons why I really find it uncomfortable to play with a long shirt on or something, a jumper, because you want to have a little bit of grip here of the forearm on the guitar itself. Okay, so your arm sits on here and it kind of moves on the guitar. Okay, it's why you often get a little bit of wear on like relic guitars or old vintage guitars. You get a lot of wear on this part of the guitar neck because your arm kind of sits on it, and it's the grippiness of the skin kind of holds it in place, because you still want the shoulder to be nice and relaxed. You don't want to be doing like this, strumming like this away from the instrument with nothing.
You know what? I should have said this a long time ago, but I think we're good on this one, boys.
Sitting up on the acoustic guitar is a bit too difficult, even, or you might have a real small body acoustic guitar.
I think we should. We'll watch it. Fuck. Get a little bit of OCD if I skip one.
How you doing, Justin? Back with you now. We're looking at strumming on the beat. Now we already I mentioned that most music, beginner sort of stuff, is going to be in 4/4. Meaning there's 4 beats to the bar. There are other things like a waltz where you have 3, this kind of thing. Most music though has this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of feeling. So as well as learning to tap your foot on the beat, you also want to start feeling the down strum on the beat. So whenever you have a beat like 1, 2, 3, and 4, when you've got a bar of 4/4, 4/4 time is what we call it when there's 4 beats in the bar. A bar is just a grouping of the 4 beats. That's going to be 4 down strums. So you'd be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A really great thing to practice is just to get your fingers wrapped around so that you've got all of the strings are dead, and you're going to do a down strum at the same time as you do your foot tap, and count out loud. 1, 2, 3,
can't.
4.
I can't.
1,
I can't grip.
2, 3. And I mean, you want to be doing this alone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm bobbing my head as well. You don't have to be doing the head bob. I find I naturally do that, but 1, 2,
Here, I can actually
3,
just turn it down.
4. Just thinking this, counting to 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, doing the down strum and the foot tap.
What's wrong
So
with me?
the thing to realize when you're practicing this kind of exercise is that we're trying to develop an automatic system in our mind. Kind of like some people call it muscle memory, but I think it's much more of a brain thing than a muscle thing. But you're trying to train an automatic response so that you're feeling this down beat with your foot, the down strum with your hand. The down beat we call the numbers, by the way. 1, 2, 3, or 4 we would often refer to as the down beat. We're going to do a down strum pretty much always on a down beat. There are a few exceptions in way advanced music, but generally speaking, you're going to have a down strum on the beat, which is going to be the counts of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just practicing going like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just doing it like that and counting along. It's good to get used to the count.
I'm the goat of strumming practice.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, you want to be able to not have to think about it too much, and that your foot and your hand are going to synchronize together without worrying about it. You shouldn't even have to think about it. That down strum with your hand and your foot are going to be happening at the same time. Developing that relationship is really what we're going for here. Because like I said, your foot tapping becomes like your metronome. It's the thing that's guiding the tempo and guiding your pulse all the time. And if you trained your hand up to follow that, once the foot gets going, the hand can feel it as well. You can start listening to the music, tap your foot, and then your hand will naturally start moving these down strums with your foot. The best way of doing it is just repetition. Is playing it over and over again. Counting it can be really helpful, because when I'm teaching you songs and teaching you strumming patterns, I'll be going like 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So if you've got used to the count already, we're not worrying about ands or up strums yet, by the way. So just concentrate on the 1, 2, 3, and the 4 and the down strums for now. But just practicing that and being able to say it will really help you pick up strumming patterns a lot quicker. Okay, so for now, you practice literally 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one of those things where, as a beginner, you might be like, really? Like, that's the most fun thing that you can give me for right now?
Me right now.
It's probably not the most fun thing, but it'll be the most valuable thing. And it'll mean that you have a load more fun in the very near future. So those kind of exercises, they're not that much fun, but we're only talking about doing like a minute or a couple of minutes on this kind of exercise. There's not a huge chunk of time, and the value that you get from doing those exercises will mean that you have a lot more fun when you're playing songs, which is kind of what it's all about, right? You're going to find times where the song is going a little bit too fast to strum on every beat, when you're going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, well, this all feels a little bit too frantic for a particular song. So you can either, your choices are strumming just on beat 1 each time. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just strumming on beat 1 by itself, like 1 strum per bar would always be on beat 1. You could do 2 strums per bar, where you would nearly always strum on beat 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'd normally call that 2 strums per bar. Now, you'll probably notice, well, you might not notice, that my hand is moving 4 anyway. So even if I'm strumming once per bar, I'm still going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if you're a real beginner, you might find that a bit of a push. I struggle to do that still. When I'm learning left-handed, if I flip the guitar over and I try and just strum on 1, I find it difficult to keep the hand moving. It's getting better, okay, but it's difficult. You'll probably find it difficult too, but again, I want to give you the things that you want to be working toward now, so you know if you start doing it, like, oh yeah, this is a good thing, I'm going to keep doing it. You know what it is that you're aspiring to, but don't be beating yourself up if you find that really difficult right now. Okay. It's your second lesson. You're going to find that kind of thing difficult. Well, like nearly everyone will find it.
See you later.
Probably a few freaks out there, they're going to figure it out and go like, yeah, I can do that. Great if that's you. But most people are going to find that pretty hard. But just be aware of it. So just thinking about your strumming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and tapping your foot if you can.
I'm done with this video. That is a helpful video though. It's just like a little boring. I think what I've already been for an hour for like 10-20 more minutes maybe. Not even that. I'll just try a new chord just to do something fun. Just for a bit. Let's see, I have this gift. Wow, look at this cool gift for the screen. Wow. Okay, that's definitely my weakest thing still, is the chord changes. And now we have a new chord. But let's practice the chords for fun. Fuck, is this E or F? Was this? I think it's E. And you just. Now I get why you taught me A like that, because then you just keep your index finger on the same place, and it's easy as fuck. I tried. Just switch in between A and D, then go back to whatever this one is. I think it's E. I don't know. I think it's E. I can check. I can check. How to play the E chord? Yes. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I think it's good. Ugh. There we go. Just A. Yep. Okay, here we go. Got my ass. I'm kind of worried. Justin's been hyping up your fingers hurting like this whole time, but my fingers haven't started to hurt. So I'm like, when it hits, it's gonna hit, I feel like. But yeah, I'm not practicing. I don't even feel anything there. Which maybe I already have calluses and I don't even know. Okay. I'm going a little slow, but I think I'm doing it accurately. Did you hear that? Hear that meowing? He probably doesn't get picked up on the mic. The first song you want to play, dude, I don't know. A good sounding one. He does have like that makes that I can get that question answered for me in like 2 seconds, because he has like a whole, I don't know. You probably didn't. You probably got like lessons if you learned in elementary school, but this website, Justin the Goat, he has like his whole songs are like level based, so it's like here's level 2 songs. So I'll just pick one, but I don't really have one that's like my end goal. At least for now. I can just peek his songs though. Am I level 2 or am I level 1 actually? Because this is lesson 2. Yeah, great. Can't play House of the Rising Sun yet. But yeah, he has his whole list here. The funny thing is, I don't even like. I'm not like a rock stan or anything. I don't listen to. Well, I do listen to rock music, but I don't listen to any specific bands or anything. So I don't know any songs that I want to know. I just wanted to play the guitar one day. That's it. I walked the line though. Apparently, I can play this Johnny Cash song. Ooh, 3 chords. E, A, and C. Damn, I don't know the C yet. Maybe that'll be our first goal. I think 121. Fuck it, Justin. We'll watch one more video and then.
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Back with you again for another important little bit of advice for those of you on my beginner's course for when you're playing songs. And that is the importance of getting your chords right and ready for beat 1. So if you're playing a song, no matter how fast it is, you want to try to get your strum right on beat 1. Okay, sometimes it's not going to be possible. If you're really struggling, you're trying to get to the chord as fast as you can, but you just can't do it. But what you want to do as a general rule is start changing your chords with enough time that you can get the chord ready for the next strum on beat 1.
Advice.
For example, if we're playing here E to A, we're going one strum per bar, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I can start the change after beat 4 because I'm pretty confident with that chord change. It's not a big effort for me. But I know when I'm playing lefty and I'm struggling with it, I'd probably have to start changing chords around beat 3. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and that's okay. It's much better to be playing the chord right on beat 1 than it is to be late all the time. If you got like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, it just becomes uneven and it's not as musical. Ideally, you want to be having a really strong strum either on beat 1 or where the chord changes. So if you've got a chord change halfway through the bar, you're going to have to, do twice as many chord changes. You might have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, that kind of thing. So you got a little bit more chord changes. You have to think about where you're lifting them up. How soon do you have to start your chord change to get it ready for beat 1? Okay, this is a really, really big deal again. When you're practicing your songs, that's what you want to think about. The first few times you're playing a new song with a new chord, it might be a big fumble fest. That's okay. It's not a big deal, nothing worth beating yourself up over. Just be like, only just learned it. It's cool, it's going to be a little bit confusing and I'm not going to reach it in time. But as the week goes on and you're getting better and better, you want to start thinking about trying to get the chord shape ready for the start of the next bar so that you can deliver your strum on beat 1 confidently. It really will make it sound a lot more musical. It'll make your playing along feel better. When you're playing, you'll feel the beat better. You should be trying to tap your foot along, especially if you're using my beginner song course. You want to be using the app there. Put the song on. When the count gives you 1, 2, 3, you're already preparing the beat by tapping your foot, moving your hand, maybe bobbing your head, getting into it. So you're feeling that beat. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, change 1. You might find it helpful. Some people find it helpful to deliberately try and change on beat 4. So they think like 1, 2, 3, change, 1, 2, 3, change, 1, 2, 3, change, 1, 2, 3, change. So actually kind of thinking of your count like that. Okay, that can be really helpful as well.
And
do whatever it takes to get your chord
sound.
sound.
To end on, Justin, if I do say so myself. Thanks for tuning in, Kenito. You're the GOAT. I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. I just don't know when because it's my first weekend. So hopefully around the same time. But I'll see you later, my man.